Sometimes you feel like you can overcome anything, like nothing can stop you, and you're unstoppable. Anyone trying to oppose you will be obliterated. Sometimes you feel somber like a cold day, but the heart inside to overcome darkness is holding you still, as the power beneath the muffled atmosphere rumbles trying to crumble you, but it can't. It can try, but your focus and drive, as some guy playing a video game proves, you will strive to drive on. Drive like a valiant soldier in Call of Duty, who will 360 headshot all the campers that plague the franchise. And there is nothing that they can cry for unless it is blood, because blood runs through these veins as I listen to the soundtrack and kill noobs who stick solely to stock weapons, and that is a fact. Now I don't play Call of Duty, but because the music is this epic, I might debate playing it again, and I'm just being honest. There's something about the soundtrack when you win a game that makes me feel like I can kick an unarmed terrorist while he's down and still feel justice. Now if a one-dimensional first-person shooter can do that with the music, that, my friend, is a game. Some games just engulf you with the magic that you could just close your eyes and feel like you're in the game without even knowing what game it was. Like Harry Potter. If you don't know Harry Potter these balls across your face. Alright, let's start over. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets wasn't just a game, it was an experience. A magical experience with crisp soundtrack. On an old PlayStation 2 where you wouldn't expect to find such crisp soundtracks. It's just like Wingardium Leviosa in your mind. It was just so amazing just walking through a hallway and you saw a door. And it wasn't just a door. It was a door with magical soundtrack in the background. Like if you just saw a door with no music, you'd be like, well, it's just a fucking door. But it had this like sparkly wonder to it. Like there's something behind the door. And so you go up to the door and you open it and there's something behind it. There's a bookcase. And you're like, well, it can't just be a bookcase. And you're right. There's a button on the bookcase and the bookcase would flip over. And you'd be like, holy shit. And you go through that and there'd be like a hallway, there'd be like more enemies, and you'd be like, I just found this fucking like magical bookcase and now there's a hallway. What the fuck is happening? I'm tripping out. And it was because it was Harry Potter. And the music made it even more Harry Potter. As Harry Potter grew and they created later games like Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix on the PlayStation, it wasn't the same as the old classic games. Yeah, they had to make it more realistic, but the franchise captures the music. What blows my mind is how it stayed uplifting. There was hopefulness, drive, and shattered whole new levels of magicalness. Just in my mind, I was walking around, I felt like I was actually Harry Potter. I always wanted to be Harry Potter, you know? Just wake up one day with glasses and I had a wand, like, it captured my dreams. But no, really, it had great music, and there weren't many games on the PlayStation with great music, so I just thought I'd throw that one out there. No, this is a game with a story. Yeah, many games have a story, I know. You don't have to tell me that. But this game has a story within a story. It's not just a story. It's a game within a story, all related in a way that makes you remember that it's not just a game or a story. It's music. It's music to my ears. This is called dotHack //GU. It was Sword Art Online before Sword Art Online, coming out in the early 2000s on the PlayStation. This is one of those hidden gems that you need to experience. The town music, the exploration, you have to understand by experiencing it. Listen to this. It's like you just died and an angel resurrected you. Why would you make music like this in a video game that's so high class? Because it's fucking beautiful, that's why. So go check it out. What are you doing? Music in video games really opened up my eyes as a young lad. Or should I say ears? Or should I say mind? Video game music, as it is just half of the game, it is honestly a life-motivating power within itself, as it can harness feelings unlike any other type of art or music. It digs deep, knowing the story behind it, playing the story behind it, and feeling the story behind it. If the music can be equally compelling when it hits those fatal chords of justice, triumph, disarray, destruction, malice, and vengeance, it can only mean what you're listening to was created from the heart. And the heart is what drives me to play, not only that, but to listen to what the artist who created it wanted you to feel. Because without that, it just becomes less attractive to the listener. And yes, there are many games without a great soundtrack that succeed and make an exceptional story, but music is the same as visuals, art, and story when you put them together. It's another way to relay it. I enjoy the feeling just to sit back, take any effort and creativity that the creators made to musically capture the feels. And not just that, it captures me in the moment. I forget it's a video game, and it echoes in my senses, sending my emotions to another dimension as I sit and I eat my cup of ramen. Majora's Mask show me that, as well as Shadow of the Colossus. Why do I group these in the same category? Well, they both come off as masteries, adventures, fun to explore, and it keeps the core intact of the game compelling through audio, all while telling you a story as you progress through the game, and it's such an early development in video games. Plus, while you slay big ass fucking monsters, you feel cool as fuck, like just climbing up them and realizing that they can't stop you. It doesn't have to tell you or how or why you're doing it. as long as it makes you feel like you're cool. That's all video games are. Some music takes you back entirely, like Ocarina of Time. If you listen to it right now, you either hear A, childhood memories of eating rock candy and your mom's homemade spaghetti. I really liked rock candy back then and my mom's homemade spaghetti. Staying up while your parents were sleeping, keeping the TV on volume at like 4 or 5 bars, trying to hide the upbeat music, but at the same time trying to hear it because it was so satisfying. Or B, right now you just think, I don't know what the fuck I'm listening to, but it sounds really catchy. Now, I've tried Apex Legends, and to be honest, I love the gameplay, I love the teamwork, I love the heroes, and I love the goddamn sliding. And even though I'm not an avid gamer of this game, I did play it more than Fortnite, and I'm sorry to say if you like Fortnite more, this is about Apex. This game has its loopholes and exploits, but honestly, download this game if you haven't, just to experience the music combined with the gameplay. It actually feels like you're some soldier that has to fight to survive, grab ammo on a dime, peek around corners with sick aiming reticules, like you're on a real missions IRL, and you point out your friends, and you're all just trying to survive, and if you die in the game, you're gonna die in real life. Okay, maybe not that far, but it pumps your blood. You know what really tops it off? Being able to fly through the air with your team in mid-flight, diving, telling your team where to land, and you suddenly hear the orchestra kicking, and it's just fucking like, dun dun dun, dun, and you're like, let's fucking go. Yeah, I might get a headshot when I land, but fuck it, I'm a fucking Apex legend. What? Let's go. Some music makes you go back to the old places you used to be, mentally, physically, metaphysically, just in general, you know? The music that makes you feel like you're home, make you feel like you want to listen to it again, you know, like go back and play it just to experience the full package. The gameplay, mainly the music, it reminds you of a simpler time. And for whatever reason, you stole your sister's game and erased the data so you could start your own playthrough, and the madder she got, the happier you became because you knew you were experiencing just some calm music, and you won. Even Animal Crossing's calm, relaxing music is a unique feat of its own. Trading things that are worthless to a store guy for money, building your own house, living out your life in a video game to escape from doing it in real life while the thunderstorms and rain make you feel safe, you know? Like, just the thought that you could have your own town where people respect you, unlike real life. And you can grow things, unlike real life. And everything that you can do in the game, you can do in the game that you can't do in real life. It makes you wish you lived in Animal Crossing and you were an animal. You could have an animal girlfriend, an animal son. It's such a good game. And what really takes the cake is the music. Listen to that. You couldn't listen to more static, rain, and thunderstorms if you wanted to. I could just fall asleep. Then there's Amnesia, which it does quite the opposite if I say so myself. Just listening to this music just makes me shake in general. It gives me nightmares in general. And I've tried playing it, and my mouse usually ends up somewhere where my mouse shouldn't be, like on the floor. And I just can't bring myself to play the game. It does a perfect job of making everybody believe that they're scared. I mean, nothing may be happening on the screen, but that background music. That background music just, it gets under your skin because it's so dark. It's just so dark. It does one of the best jobs in my opinion, and the most original game to do that, pretty much, besides the older ones like Cry of Fear. To make you feel like you're alone and you're gonna die. In a land far, far away, there's a game with epic music that allows you the courage to slay dragons that isn't well known because it was shadowed by a game highly identical to it called Dark Souls. But this game's called Dragon's Dogma. I've played this game fully through multiple times, and I can verify that I felt like I was a Dragonborn without even being in Skyrim. Actually, I feel like the Dragonborn without even being in a video game. I think I might actually be the Dragonborn in real life. So now, if you think that sounds cool, you should try it. You might like it. It has such epic music, the way it builds up. You don't know where you're gonna be. It's such a huge world, the enemies coming at you, but it's just the music. The music pumps up and it makes your heart race. You feel like you could just run up to a dragon, start climbing it. Suddenly it's like Shadow of the Colossus, but it's not. It's Dragon's fucking Dogma. You can climb up dragons, they can fly into the sky, you could stab them in the heart, and he just fucking fall to the ground when this epic music plays. Speaking of dragons, you may notice dragons being a constant theme in this video. That is because of the simple fact games with dragons always have a badass fucking music as soon as they appear. Like in the distance, anywhere within your vicinity. If you see a dragon, you want to jump off a mountain with no plan whatsoever and how to defeat it, yelling, "I'm the real Dragonborn." Just figuring out a way to hit it without any tactics because it just flies and attacks in the same 2 to 3 scripted patterns. But it doesn't matter because you're the fucking Dragonborn, and badass music helps you feel like that. And you're gonna kill it because you want to make it your bitch, because fuck that dragon. I'm the real Dragonborn. What? And that is video game music in video games. If you enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts. This is Matt Savage.